The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Like on the field, I don't know if I like it just in someone trying to goad me, but that's like I can't remember the last time. Mind you, I'm 54 today too, right? So
I was getting to that, Dave. You beat me to it, but I was getting to that.
So it's been a while since I've even been goaded with the pussy talk.
I can't remember last time. I've been called a pussy, but I can't remember what the situation was. I'm sure I'll. Yeah, you fucking pussy. Yeah, I know.
You fucking pussy.
Yeah, I wear a mask. I'm a goalie.
Yeah, quit being a pussy.
No, I won't. I don't want to get punched in the face. Yeah.
If that makes me a pussy, yeah, color me feline.
Dave, before we get to North America's favorite game show, who is better? Happy birthday! You beat me to it, and you kind of.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have.
I had it for you and everything else, but we'll get to that later on. Pat McAfee, I don't like the guy. I think he's a bit of a fuckhead, and he's a bit of a show guy and clickbait and everything else. He has everybody's favorite douchebag, Aaron Rodgers, on his show yesterday. And then all of a sudden, the Jeffrey Epstein thing. We don't get political here on this thing. And I don't want to talk about the Epstein thing because it's gonna go crazy. But who the fuck in their right mind talks about something that talks about child rape and on and on and on, that Aaron Rodgers why do you think that Aaron Rodgers, and who does Aaron Rodgers think he is, going on national television making a statement like he did yesterday? And then for Jimmy Kimmel to come out, because Jimmy Kimmel seems like a pretty upstanding guy. I don't know why Rodgers said it, but Rodgers needs to fuck off.
I 100% agree. It's
not just fuck off, stay fucked off.
Aaron Rodgers, I don't know what his motive. He just clearly needs the attention so bad, and I don't know what's going to happen to this fucker in 2-3 years when he does finally have to hang him up, because like he ain't getting a fucking job in the booth. I wouldn't think he's getting a job in the booth.
Nope.
Like he's not going to be starting Omaha Productions like a thing like Peyton Manning is doing right now. Peyton Manning's doing whatever the fuck he wants to do, shows and producing shows and hosting shows.
It doesn't hurt being a nice person.
It doesn't hurt, but like going out of your way to be a fucking dick, like. I don't either. Because I did a little bit of reading on that, because I don't know how Jimmy Kimmel caught a stray from Aaron Rodgers, but apparently Jimmy Kimmel made a couple of jokes back in the day about his immunization status and him catching COVID and that
whatever
kind of thing. Whatever, right? But like to like now we're talking libel here, and when you say he's going to be on the Epstein list, you are calling him a pedophile. That's what you are. That's what you're saying.
And the thing about that, Dave, I'll cut you off for half a second and you get back into it. But and what Kimmel said is, do you realize that the harm you've done to my family? Because now when people see me on this list, there's wackadoodles out there that fucking want to kill me because all of a sudden I'm a rapist because you're a fuckhead and you say these kind of things. Aaron Rodgers needs to be suspended, and you know what? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This guy gets this fucking platform, and I'm pissed off. And I'm not a McAfee guy at all either. I think he's a fuckhead too, not the level that Rodgers is. But there is no way that this little stunt went through either production, through fucking.
Oh no, it's a live show. That was
on and on. There's no way that the pre-production meetings that this was not talked about by fucking McAfee and the rest of those assholes. That Rodgers, this wasn't a surprise. This was not a surprise. No way.
I disagree. McAfee did not know this was going to happen. I realized McAfee was bombastic and everything. I saw the clip. McAfee was surprised, and and here's the thing: like McAfee is now doing this show on ESPN. So this was said on ESPN,
Fire.
which Disney owns ESPN and Disney owns ABC, and ABC is where Jimmy Kimmel's talk show is on. So someone up the food chain who's signing checks for fucking everybody, this came across his desk, and calls were made. And then McAfee did offer a half-hearted apology, but Rodgers didn't.
I think McAfee was a liar today. I thought he was a liar.
Yeah. I'm
gonna tell my opinion as well, like McAfee is as well, and you are as well. I thought there's no way that stuck through the fucking wickets. There's no way.
No, there's for sure a way. That show's live, and
you think Rodgers is that fucking smart? Because the other guy on the show,
I don't think Rodgers
the other guy, I can't remember what the other guy on that show. The other guy on that show set that up, and then Rodgers said what he said.
There was something a little hinky about that. I agree with that, but
piece of shit.
Yeah, I don't think McAfee was in on it because he's making
that show is so produced. There's no way, Dave. There's no way. We'll agree to disagree on this one.
Yeah, I'll give McAfee a bit of the benefit of the doubt. I'm not overly crazy about his act. I could imagine if I was 25, 26, I would probably find him a lot more funny. I think he's I think McAfee's a bit of a genuine guy. I think I don't think he's mean-spirited. I really don't. I don't think he's in it for clicks and he's in it for to agitate, but he's not mean-spirited. And and everything
next week. If he has Rodgers on next week, we know exactly what actually happened.
We'll find out. And what I don't understand is, like, Jesus fucking Christ, Aaron Rodgers, can't you just just relax? Like, fuck, I get it. You're disappointed that you're not playing for the Jets. I get it. But now, by wanting and craving the spotlight so much and needing the clicks and needing to be on everybody's tip of everybody's tongue. Did you hear what he did? Did you see what he said? It's fucking just put all your heart, mind, soul into your recovery, because you know what? You're 40 next year. And if you don't produce, you're a complete and fucking washed up has-been.
And
everybody
saying for over a year now.
You bet. You're putting the bullseye on your fucking chest.
I don't care if you're a vaccinator, anti-vaxxer. I don't give a fuck. I don't. Yeah. I actually don't. If you want to get a fucking jab, go and do it. If you don't want to get a jab, go and do it. But for that piece of shit, over and over to keep doing what he's doing. Because freedom of speech is one thing. You're not allowed to lie.
You're not allowed to yell fire in a crowded room.
You're not allowed to lie. You can't do that. And that's what he's been doing for a long time. That motherfucker is bad-mouthing Travis Kelce for being sponsored by
Pfizer.
But yet he's getting paid by fucking Johnson & Johnson, who had also had a fucking COVID vaccination. So you know what? Shut your fucking mouth. That guy is the biggest piece of shit in fucking sports in the last 20 years. And I'm not even gonna apologize for that. That guy is a piece of shit.
He's really, I don't know if he's showing his true colors. I don't know.
What he's doing will keep him out of the Hall of Fame. He's a fucking idiot.
No, he's still going to the Hall of Fame. I completely agree with the idiot status, but next year it's fuck or walk, and it ain't going to be easy because recovering from a torn Achilles at the age of 25 is a lot different than the age of 39. Like I actually want him to stay healthy and just fail miserably. I want to see him fail.
And watch him go McAfee and blame everybody else.
Yeah, whatever. Guaranteed. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I just want to see him fail because
the biggest loser in 20 years in sports.
Someone that commits a crime and then commits
fucking loser.
suicide, you chicken shit. No, I want to see that person that commits a crime to serve their time and think about what they did. I want Aaron Rodgers to play 17 weeks next year, and then maybe when the Jets are 5 and
12.
5 and 12, and then like, I'm not going to play this last week. Yeah, you are. You're going to play last week.
He'll find a way to blame somebody else.
Yeah, for sure he will.
Martin,
But you know,
that guy's
and
the
then,
biggest fucking loser in sports in sports in the last 20 years.
you know, and he has it all in his mind how he's going to leave the NFL in a blaze of glory. But I think it's going to be on a big pile of fucking shit.
No, it drove me nuts because
And why? You know, why be an asshole? Why be an asshole? He had. I don't know.
We all have said things that are funny in our lives, or we thought were fun that we thought were funny in our lives, that we made mistakes, and that they're taken out of context, because, like I've always said, it's context, delivery, and intent. That fucking Rodgers' intent was to fucking harm Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
And,
no, you know what?
That's it.
Yeah, it was to piss Jimmy Kimmel off. I don't think it was.
And with Kimmel going out and saying, if you say one more word, you'll talk to my lawyer. That means Kimmel was 100% not in the wrong, and not one word has been said from fucking Rodgers since that all happened. That guy needs to fuck off and stay fucked off. And if the Jets were smart, they would just, you know what? We'll distance ourselves from him too. It was fucking. It was a brutal line. And then for fucking stupid McAfee to go, well, it was a couple of guys.
Shit. No, he said he was
a couple of guys just having some fun. No, you know what? You're an idiot too. Fuck off and stay fucked off. Like that was a bad take on fucking Rodgers. It's a bad take for ESPN to fucking air it. It's a bad take for McAfee to fucking say anything. It was awful. Awful.
Well, what's a live show? You can't take it back.
Yeah, you can. Because there's 10-second delays. It's not live.
Yeah. Well, it's live enough. But you know what I'm saying. I agree, but I am in agreement with you. Like, I don't think Rodgers should. The next words out of his fucking mouth on a public.
I'm retired and go off Never Land.
Well, or an absolute retraction, and I'm sorry for the
words.
Won't.
He's such a fuckhead.
No, I know he won't, but I'm just saying that's what should happen. But I was a bit in Rodgers' corner. I think he's a bit of an asshat, but all your alpha males are kind of asshats in a bit of a way, and they're demanding and they expect people to work and do as hard as them. But what Rodgers is doing right now, what he's done this whole fucking year, it's just look at me, 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 look at me. And then I'm just fucking tired of it. Just fucking tired of it.
John Elway never says that. He's your favorite athlete of all time.
He's the GOAT. Yeah, he's the best quarterback ever in the history of the NFL.
Even if John Elway believed in the I'm not an anti-vax, pro-vax, whatever. Elway would never said that.
Nope. He's a team guy.
Derek Jeter never said that.
Team guy.
Wayne Gretzky never said that.
Team guy.
Rodgers is the biggest piece of shit in my fucking lifetime in sports history.
Jeremy Roenick might have said it.
No, he's on TV regularly, right?
Okay, yeah. No, I get it. I get it. It's classless,
it's disturbing,
it's stupid, and it's borderline illegal, right?
Because people plead that whatever the fifth, the fourth, or whatever amendment is,
free speech.
But you aren't allowed to lie.
You're not allowed to defame, right?
You can't go in front of a judge and lie. They say the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can't lie. And that's what this fucker does week after week. He's a piece of shit.
I like I said, I was a bit of a defender for Aaron Rodgers.
About this one. I've been ready since yesterday this came about.
But that one that pisses me off too, because maybe I'm a bit of a hypocrite, and if he would have said something about Kurt Warner, I wouldn't have been as offended because I like Jimmy Kimmel. But what Rodgers is doing right here is just being an absolute fucking asshat looking for clicks, and that's it. I don't even know what he's trying to do here. Just trying to remain relevant. I don't even know, and that's a head scratcher for me. How he can be so insecure of possibly leaving the public's scope. Like that's the only thing. Like I don't know what else. He can't contribute on the field, so he just has to remain relevant by being a fucking asshat. I don't know. And it I'm not saying it's troubles me. I'm going to sleep just fine tonight, but it's just like fuck, man.
Oh, I stay awake at night listening to this.
Well, I'm sorry that you're going to lose a couple winks tonight.
No, that was one when I heard it yesterday. I was like, "What the fuck?" Because I watch all this stuff and things, right? Like, and I listen. I was like, "Why?" And then was it this morning when McAfee was like backtracking? I was like, "No, man, no, you can shut the fuck up too," because Dave, I know. Like it's like obviously McAfee shows way bigger than ours. Obviously, that's not a fucking surprise.
Just a bit. It's not way.
No, it's a little bit. But I'm telling you right now, everything that we do is. I have a thing that we're going to talk about. We're going to do this. We're going to, and I know you for 25 years now, 30 years now, whatever it is. I know things we aren't going to touch on. I know things that we should touch on. I know things we're going to talk about. I know things that if I say something that will trigger you, you know things that will trigger me. 100, and we've known each other for a long time. There is no way that wasn't talked about prior to Aaron Rodgers saying Jeffrey Epstein's Island. There's no way. There's no fucking way. McAfee is just as guilty as Rodgers. There's no fucking way.
I'm
telling you right now.
Here's why I disagree. I think Pat McAfee has a lot more to lose than Aaron Rodgers, like financially. Like he's pretty fresh into this big time deal. Like he's like or hate him, McAfee's a bit of he's a total self-made man, right? He's gone upwards and upwards and upwards, and this is a self-made empire. And now he's playing with the big boys, swimming with the big boys on ESPN. He's on the fucking panel on College Game Day.
No, he's huge.
He's massive. And if he orchestrated, like, what possible reason would McAfee have to orchestrate such a ridiculous thing? Because he's like the McAfee arrow is going straight fucking 100%. Up. And the only thing that this thing might do would be to turn that curve going back down.
It's going to go down.
Yeah, well, and that's why that's the reason, the sole reason I believe McAfee had nothing to do with this.
His apologies seemed a little bit not apologetic.
And that might be like
because you work with both sides, right? You have one side saying this and one side saying that, and we're not being political because you know what? I'm not American, so but it was a bad look. It was a bad.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And I did not see the apology. I just read that he had thrown out an apology, and then like you say, context, delivery, and intent. I don't know how that apology came off, and you saw it. I did not, and so
the delivery was bad. The intent was there for money, and the context was like, well, I still have it.
I think Pat McAfee has nothing to gain and a lot more to lose by letting Aaron Rodgers spout off like that.
If he's allowed back on television next week, well, then we know.
It might be interesting.
Yeah. Anyways, Dave, here's what I was going to do. North America's favorite game show, the who is better for your 54th birthday? Happy birthday, my friend. It's been a long time. I went to a few of your birthday parties. What did you do today to celebrate your 54th birthday?
Went to work and had a day. The fucking planet doesn't care it's your birthday, right? So you go to work and then I came home and the wife had yoga today. But do you know what my son did? We had some.
Made you mop the floor.
No, he made me a bacon cheese panini to eat with our tomato soup tonight.
Nice. That's nice.
It was nice. He cooked the bacon, and it's not like Cheese Whiz or cross slices. It was slices of Swiss and slices of cheddar with nice, good bacon. I had made some homemade tomato soup last night, so that's what we had. We had bacon while Kaylee was away at yoga. Him and I had bacon cheese paninis with tomato soup.
I may have to hire Jasper to come on over here and cook for us a little bit while
Oh, you would have loved it, brother. It was a tasty fucking sandwich. And then my wife also, like, I'm a cheese fiend. I love that shit. And so I even have fondue cheese in the freezer. So when I got home today, there was fresh bread cubed with melted fondue cheese. So I might wake up with gout tomorrow because I'm having a beer now.
Sticky.
Oh, fuck.
Sticky in the gout.
Sticky in the gout. I've heard. I know people with the gout. They say there's nothing worse, so I don't want it. But I can eat cheese, beer, and bacon. Oh,
we had speaking of fondue, like as you brought that up, we had a little situation at Margaret's house on Christmas Eve. There, we fondued the whole thing, and actually we met up for a couple of drinks at Pops North there, and you got us the fuel for fondue. Well, fuck me. I had a couple beers in me, and we got to Margaret's, and we're filling up the things and lit the thing, blah blah, all the stuff.
In the house or in the garage?
In the house.
Oh, of course, that's the best place to do it.
Like no, on the table, on the table, like it was fondue. It was fondue time. It was time to start cooking the fondue. And fuck me, we fucking Deanne said, "Can you move that over here?" So I just aggressively shoved the fondue pot over there, and then there was a spillage on the tablecloth of the fondue fuel. So then brother-in-law Craig, lit it, and there was a fucking stream of fire. Stream of fire going across Margaret's fucking table. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. McKinley, my niece, she goes, that's not good. I said, no, it's not good. Craig just wrapped it up. We just like, just gave it to Deanne. She went downstairs, put it, and McKinley goes, well, what are we going to do with that? I said, just don't talk about it. Just don't talk about it. It's just gone. So, Margaret, if you're listening, yes, we burnt the blue Christmas the blue Christmas tablecloth. There was a stream like Dave, fuck, like oh yeah, that worked.
And it was that plasticky nylon with the.
No, it was a nice tablecloth. Like
it was nice cloth.
Like, yeah, like and it just.
Was it
a stream of fire across the top of it? Like, oh yeah, didn't burn the table, didn't burn the dining room table, but yeah, Margaret, if you're listening, it's gone.
Was it an heirloom?
That no, the coffee table or the dining room table is the cloth is
the
not.
Cloth. Okay,
it's probably 20 years old though. Like yeah.
That's a Mother's Day present.
Yeah, it was funny
because
McKinley was like, "Oh Jesus," and we said, "Just shut up."
What are we gonna do? You're gonna shut your mouth, young lady.
I'm gonna go downstairs. We're gonna it's gone. Don't worry about it. It was really funny. It was actually one of those funny things. It was one of those things. Dave, let's get into who was better for your 54th birthday.
I'm ready for it.
What was your favorite birthday over the years?
I remember being probably 10 years old.
Oh, that far back?
And going to McDonald's for my birthday.
Back where Popeyes is now.
Exactly. That's exactly it. And they had the train, right? See that, and then you got to go in for a tour of the kitchen and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that quite clearly. That was probably my first best party, and then everything else is just a blur after that.
Just whatever. Drunk all the
Yeah.
time or whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyways, let's take it. So who is better and get us ourselves out of here? Dave, who is better? Billy Smith, not lost or New York Islanders goaltender, or Billy Martin, 5-time fired New York Yankees manager.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to give me Billy Idol, and then I'd take Billy Idol in a
Billy Idol's
heartbeat.
better than both of
That
those
guy's
guys.
fucking crazy and indestructible. Billy Martin isn't indestructible because he's dead. Billy Smith, I did like the Islanders back in the day, but also that tomahawk chop he laid on Gretzky in the, I want to say 84 finals, maybe 83.
Else.
He was something else. He was a mean SOB. Billy Martin, Billy Martin was a drunkard and an asshole, and I think he's if it wasn't for George Steinbrenner, we really wouldn't even know Billy Martin. So I'm going to give this one to 4-time Stanley Cup winner Billy Smith.
That gets forgotten about. He won a Vezina as well. Billy Smith was a really good goaltender.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like people forget about how good he was, and he was kind of the forgotten guy. And the same with like Grant Fuhrer. Yeah, he was great, but people forget about how good Grant Fuhrer was because of Gretzky and Curry and Coffey and the like. And the goaltender gets kind of left behind there. But yeah, Billy Smith was fantastic. He was a good goaltender. He was a bit aggressive. There's no getting around that.
He could handle his own business.
There's no getting around that. Dave, who is better? Ray Lewis for the Baltimore Ravens or the second fastest man in the world, Carl Lewis?
Oh, God. Fuck. I hate both of these guys. I fucking can't stand both of these guys.
Yeah,
Ray Lewis was probably one of the best linebackers to ever play the sport. He pretty much sent Eddie George into retirement.
Eddie George was such a great player.
He was until Ray Lewis fucking knocked him into next week that one time. Eddie George was really good. Too bad he played at he was a Luckeye.
Play one game a year.
Carl Lewis, I couldn't fucking stand Carl Lewis either. He's such an egotistical prick. Won 4 gold medals at the Los Angeles Olympics.
Really fast.
He was so fast, had that ending kick. You know what? I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna give this one to. Fuck! I'm gonna give it to Ray Lewis. Hate them both. I can't stand them both, but
I can't give it to Ray Lewis because there was a little situation before the Super Bowl back in 2002, I think it was, or 2001. There was a death involved in that situation. Carl Lewis, he did his job properly. Yeah, he pulled up lame with the Donovan Bailey. They did a
no. You're thinking Michael Johnson. Carl Lewis. That was Ben Johnson. Was his?
Okay, rival. I got that wrong.
Yeah,
but Carl Lewis was never
questioned for murder.
Never questioned for murder, and so I kind of got to give this one to Carl Lewis, whereas Ray Lewis had. I'm not saying he killed anybody. I'm not saying that at all. But Ray Lewis is a bit, there's a situation there.
Yeah. Oh, no, like I hate both these guys. Like if you would have said Ray Carruthers, I might have picked him.
Like you wonder why Ray Lewis got a, if Ray Lewis retired 4 years ago, Ray Lewis would not be on TV now.
Is he on TV?
Yeah, he's on. He's
I
on
know he
Fox.
was on TV. They tried pushing him a bit, but like I don't think he's on. Mind you, I never watch pregame shows anymore. I don't watch that kind of shit anymore. So I knew they tried pushing him, but like I never watched, so I don't know. I don't think he's on anymore unless it's some kind of fringe show.
Yeah. Dave, who is better? Three's Company star John Ritter or Philadelphia Flyers coach and bit of an asshole himself, John Tortorella.
Oh, John Ritter by fucking leaps and
Really?
bounds. By leaps, it's not even fucking close. Uh, John Ritter fucking makes me laugh. Three's Company. And did you ever see that movie Skin Deep? Do you remember that?
Oh, I'm sure I did. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. It was with the condom, glow in the dark condom fight. It was one of the funniest scenes. I remember seeing that in the theater and literally pissing myself laughing. It's one of the most funniest things I've ever seen in my life. No, John Ritter is so funny. Tortorella can fucking eat ass. I don't fucking care. Yeah,
I like Torts.
He's entertaining, but I never want him to. I don't want him coaching my team ever. I think he's a total fucking horse's ass. He's too pompous. He's looking for quotes. Like and you know, even when he was with the Rangers and getting into fights with journalists all the time, just answer the fucking question, coach, and let me do my job.
Tortorella or McAfee?
Tortorella. Tortorella walks around with a burr in his saddle. I think McAfee is looking for clicks. Yeah. So, like, you know, I don't want to hang with you. You know what? I would rather probably hang and go for dinner with Tortorella than McAfee.
100%.
Yeah, because I don't want to have to do fucking fireballs and Jello shots.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, I'd rather have a steak and a nice glass of wine. Yeah. But, you know, like Tortorella pisses me off too.
We talked about off air a lot. I've never found McAfee good. I think he's a fuckhead.
Yeah, and I don't care for him either. When I was watching,
it's your 54th birthday. Sound off on fucking on whatever you want right now.
Well, I was just saying, like, fuck me. When I was down in the States, we have all the ESPN channels. I accidentally turned into the wrong one, and it's a fucking McAfee. They're doing a game thing from the sidelines, and then it's like what the fuck is this? And then I looked a little closer and pulled up the guide again, and like, so it was McAfee and two of his homies. I don't know if homies is the right word. Jamoki, whatever.
Well, you're 54 now. You say whatever you want.
Yeah. There's three guys doing it from the sidelines, and they're doing commentary from there. And then I switched to another channel, and it was with no commentary, and it was just a sky cam. So I watched that for a little bit, and then I switched to the other one, and then it was so-and-so in Herb Street. And so I found out that day.
The best.
Herb Street's so good.
Oh, he's the best.
He knows. Yeah.
They don't get better than Herb Street.
Yeah,
he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah,
I don't care what your knowledge is. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, Herb Street can do color on any football game.
And what I like about him is you have Lee Corso, who should be retired and should be put.
It's getting a little up there. Yep,
he is. But Herb Street puts his arm around Lee Corso and realizes, you know what, this guy, he got me in this job. I love Herb Street. I love Corso, but like Herb Street is so good. He knows how he got his job, and and Corso, yeah, he's a little bit older and he should be put to pasture. But I think it's fantastic.
Panel show beforehand. That's the entire fucking panel on Fox, right? Like Jimmy Johnson and Terry Bradshaw. Fuck, put those guys out.
College Game Day is way better than anything NFL does.
I agree. Well, you got the energy of the crowd and that kind of thing, and I agree with that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Two more. I got two more. Wish happy birthday. What are you gonna have? Like a Jaeger bomb tonight, or what are you doing?
No, I'm gonna maybe have a cigarette and then go to bed. We're having a celebration supper on Sunday, so I'm doing things I'm gonna love on Sunday. I'm gonna fucking cook a big fat meal and get a little pissed and watch football.
I'm gonna get a little pissed at myself. What we got here? Dave, who is better? Guy had a little bit of a rough ending to his career in Vancouver. Todd Bertuzzi or Todd Bridges?
Oh, poor Willis. Poor Willis. Oh man, I love Different Strokes. That was such a funny show. I dug it a lot.
Cutting edge.
I don't know. I don't even know. I was so young. I don't know if it was cutting edge or if I don't know if they were pandering to me. I don't even give a shit. I just know what you talking about, Willis.
Bertuzzi was a hell of a player.
Bertuzzi was a hell of a player, but left me with such a dirty taste in my mouth for what he did to that fucking kid Reeves. Steve Moore. Oh, but Todd Willis, he's dead. Or Todd Bridges, he's dead now.
No,
I don't know. Are you sure?
I don't think he's dead.
I think
Dave Plato's dead.
Yeah.
I know that Gary Coleman's dead.
But Bridges, did he do time?
I think Bridges is still time. I don't know this.
Neither do I. I'm going to give this one just because I don't know about Todd Bridges. I hope he is doing well because I know he did run afoul of the law back in the day. There was running afoul. Not that Bertuzzi didn't run afoul, like whacking a guy on the side of the head with his fucking stick and head. Oh no! So he didn't use his stick; he just punched him.
Punched him back and jumped his back. And punched him back.
Ruined his career and broke his neck.
Paralyzed the guy and everything else. Yeah.
No, he didn't paralyze him, but fucked him up.
Well, more is paralyzed.
No, he's walking around.
No,
I'm gonna say. Well, shit. I'm gonna say.
Well, don't Google. Who cares? I've been wrong twice.
Todd Bridges, because he made. Well, you know what? Did Todd Bridges ever make me laugh, or I just liked it when Arnold said, "What you talking about, Willis?" Let's give this one to Bertuzzi.
Todd Bridges. Todd Bridges.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it might be. Last one. The Toronto Blue Jays had a rough. I don't know if it's a rough.
They signed Kirkmeyer.
Off-season Kirkmeyer and I say Isaiah Kiner from left us now at Toronto Blue Jays. And who is better, Dave? And then Atkins put a statement out yesterday, and he had a bit of a press conference. But who is better, Ross Atkins or Ross Geller?
Oh God,
I hate Ross Geller. He's such a fucking nozzle.
So the character Ross Geller, not the actor David Schwimmer, correct? Right. We're talking what's his nuts from Friends? What was his name in Friends?
Ross Geller, David Schwimmer, Ross Geller.
Ross Geller, yeah, sorry.
Ross Geller and Ross Atkins.
Oh, fuck. You know, one's fictional, one's real.
Well, that's what most of these are.
Both I don't care about.
Like 100%.
I think Atkins is doing a job. And you know what? I can't really complain if I was a Blue Jays fan. He's constructed a decent lineup, and they really did underperform from last year. So let's give this one. I prefer Ross Atkins because I think he's doing his job, whereas that fucking Ross Geller drove me fucking nuts.
Oh, how he fucking hooked up with fucking Jennifer Aniston or Rachel, whatever was his name. Like,
and like the fact he even breeded with someone beforehand, right? Like he had a kid. Yeah, like it's just no.
Like he had 3 or 4 chances throughout his life, and the thing I got with Ross Atkins is that there's a lot of Blue Jays fans right now who are down on Atkins for not getting a championship team, but he's like, you know what? I signed this guy, signed that guy, got this. We've been expecting Guerrero to do this, Bichette to do this. We signed Springer at fucking 14 million. Lot on and on and on.
Manoah to pitch.
If Manoah was better last year, we would have won 98 games instead of 94.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think Jade's fans are a little bit. They're a little bit. I don't want to say stupid, but they're a little bit jaded. That you know what, Ross Atkins has not done a bad job.
He's really set the table. It's up to you
here.
to eat.
I think this. I think this season, this coming season, they're putting the blame, not the blame, but they're like, okay, Vladdy, go fucking do what you're supposed to do. Bichette, go do what you're supposed to do. Springer, go do what you're supposed to do. I don't think that Springer's a bad, or not Springer. Ross Atkins is a bad GM. The guys have underperformed. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and and even the starting pitching overperformed.
Fantastic.
Like, after Manoah left, right? Because he was supposed to be a stud, and he wasn't. And
if he goes 8-8 last year, they win the East.
Yeah, and you have what's his name, Barreros and Kikuchi, and another guy. He pitched so well, like he was hotter than a pistol for a couple months there.
Crazy. And we thought Kikuchi's bringing Ohtani to Canada, but yeah.
Well, for 6 games a year. Oh, not even with the Dodgers, though, right? So.
No, Dave. Fun show tonight once again. We got a little revved up, or I got a little revved up a couple things, and but it was fun. Happy birthday. We're going to get together for a couple drinks before the whoever. I saw there was something coming up for a dinner coming up at the end of the month. So hopefully get together before then.
Yes, and let me know when the producer has her half of the house settled. I've been to your half. Kitty and I would love to come over and just get together and break some bread or just tip some glasses. I don't give a shit. But yeah, once the Greek freak is all done upstairs, just let us know. She did text me today, said she found my slippers, and I appreciate that.
Yes. Yeah, that was a big concern. Jesus.
Don't worry about Dave's slippers. Just unpack the fucking 95 other.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, the 1420 Sports Bar Podcast. 4 Beers Sports, talking a whole lot more. Take care of yourself. More important, take care of yourself and you around. Keep sticking the ice and real estate.
And who has it better than us? Nobody. Don't swing at high pitches, Jim. Go Big Blue. We'll talk on Monday.
You know what? Go Michigan. Why not?
Attaboy. Why not? And Montana. Go Grizz. Go Michigan.
Go Grizz. Go Michigan. Have a good night, folks. Talk to you on Monday night.
Good night, everybody.